It's time for Sports Day.
Beautiful day.
Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
For the rest of the National Hockey League and hockey fans in general that say Florida Panther fans aren't real fans, aren't hardcore, well, today proved Florida Panther fans are real ones. It has been absolutely nasty all day in South Florida. Florida Panther fans, they're out there living that nasty life. I am Dan Day, by the way, with my cousin Vladimir Lewis, and all we have just been covering the Florida Panthers Stanley Cup Championship celebration for the past couple of hours. And Vlad, can't rain on our parade. This is a championship, long time coming, 30 years. And you got to give credit to Panthers fans. You're watching, we've been listening, we've been carrying it all day. They have been out there loud and proud, rain or no rain, and that is not an easy task.
A lot of cursing.
I mean, that's every championship parade. I was very upset. Matthew Tkachuk, I had him at 3 curse words. He had 2 curse words, but in my defense, he had 2 curse words in about 1 minute. He only talked for about a minute.
Yeah, that was quick. He said what he needed to say. Thanks to the South Florida fan base for welcoming him and his family. And he went straight to the captain. Shout out to Marky. At least the last 2. I remember I said, I don't have to worry about Marky and Bobby. I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And everybody else, though, I think even Goldie cursed.
Yeah, Goldie did curse at one point, or at least his audio got dropped.
But hey, if you told me the first person to curse would have been Joe Rose, I would have lost that bet.
In the next segment, we might get into some of Joe Rose's better statements throughout the coverage of the parade, because Joe's out there, to his defense, he said he got started at 6 o'clock in the morning, walk in and kind of, just get the feel for the celebration of the parade, and by 12, like that. I'll tell you one guy that's celebrating more than anybody, Ryan Lomberg. He has been the star of the game.
It's just, I just saw the man drink something from fans. They're taking anything from anyone, which might be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
I mean, I'm surprised he's wearing shorts. He might be naked if he has a choice. He has shorts on, a championship belt, and that's it. And he's just running around. I'm not drinking beers, waterfall beers. And if you know what a waterfall is, it's where you don't to your lips. I'm guessing because he's taking it from random people and just like let it, pour out into your mouth.
Yeah, it looks pause-worthy, but you have to do it because
in this day and age, you got to be careful about all that. So the cuss leader was Roberto Luongo.
Oh my God!
Because Paul Maurice
was definitely a leader. Listen,
look, he worked hard all year, stayed very stoic. He was not very stoic at the celebration.
Man, listen, we need a longer dump. We need a longer dump space for these celebrations because Paul Maurice let it have it.
He did not need to tell you that he had been having drinks. It was very evident that Paul Maurice has been living the dream, and rightfully so.
Why not?
Why not? This man has put it together. He came in under questionable circumstances. You had a coach, Brunette, that had won a President's Trophy. You had a team that scored a lot, a team that finally won a playoff series, first time in 20 years, and Andrew Brunette pulled, gone, you're out. You get Paul Maurice, who is, which we said before, one of the winningest coaches in NHL history, but conversely,
losing.
Not one of the losingest coach in NHL history. And I'll be honest with you, as part of that first year, he said, I see why he is the losingest coach in NHL history. There's something to be said about losing this because I think he's been around a long time. So, nonetheless, a lot of question marks. And then ever since about the last 10 games of last season, there has been no question marks. Okay, maybe when the 3-game losing streak against Edmonton, nonetheless, no question marks.
Shout out to us.
I mean, honestly,
we
called them out.
No, not even a call out, right? But we said the next South Florida championship would be the Florida Panthers multiple times. last season. Since after
Multiple
the
times. Year
loss,
and a half.
yes, since after the loss to the Golden Knights.
Oh, we said it before that. That was before in the playoffs. You and I were talking
But
about.
I said it. We said it that it probably would happen this year. Indeed. There we go.
Yeah, because we asked the hard question. Do you think we're in the Hurricanes basketball team? Because at the time they were getting ready for the Final Four. Do you think it's the Panthers? Do you think it's the Dolphins that are building towards stuff? Do you think maybe the Heat because they are making it to the finals? No, stuff with the Panthers as a team that is going to win the championship. And it sounds crazy that a South Florida hockey team is on top of the hockey world. Now, the Olympics, oh, the Olympics are coming. So I don't worry about that. And I know there's the KLM over in Russia. But still, no. NHL is the premier league of hockey in the world, and the Florida Panthers are the best team. They've been the best team of the year. I know they're interested in the President's Trophy. Actually, I heard in the show earlier that the guys in the Panthers are so superstitious. They won't do anything. They didn't touch the Prince of Wales trophy.
No, they touched it last season. So because they touched it last season, they decided not to touch it after they lost. After they beat the Rangers in Game 6. They were in
And I'm going to tell you this, Vlad, and I don't think it's a hot take. It's going to be a very cold take, like the cold beers or lukewarm beers that Ryan Lamborghini has been drinking out there in Paul Maurice. I really think at the end of the season, Paul Maurice reeled it in, took the dog food and said, "We don't need to win the President's Trophy. We know how good we are." And a lot of people said, "Oh no, we're losing our mojo." He said, "Wait for us to win the playoffs." I really think that, and I mean, Paul Maurice would probably never admit it to you, but I really think towards the end of the season, he said, "You know what? Let's rest. Let's be healthy. If we lose some games here and there, and we're not the number one overall seed President's Trophy winners, I'll be okay with that. I really do. I could be wrong." I was at the grand opening of the new facility at War Memorial, the practice facility, and apparently they had a politician there that didn't know much about hockey. He was like, "You'll see, we're going to go and we're going to show the Boston Bruins at the time who were leading the league that we're going to win the President's Trophy." And I was like, "I'm not clapping for that." And no one clapped. I was like, "Nobody won that cup, man. Nobody wanted that President's Trophy. It's not fair. They want that trophy. This is not Premier League. It's not Premier League. The regular season, being the best team in the regular season doesn't win you a championship. You have a tournament after that. That wins you a championship. And this Panthers team set out basically 2 years ago to make that happen, and we did exactly that. Send Jonathan Huberdeau, who is one of the greatest Panthers of all time, Anthony Weaver, who questionable in the playoffs.
That's a defensive coordinator.
Not Anthony Weaver.
Okay.
No, we sent Duclair away. We sent Huberdeau and Weaver over to Calgary, and we got Matthew Tkachuk, who, I'll be honest, let's be honest, to tell the truth, I thought he was coming here for a vacation. All he talked about, all he talked about was, "I get to wear flip flops."
Yeah, they love that, bro. Did you see how they were celebrating? They were celebrating in flip flops.
No, but what I'm saying is, he made a point so many times, and I'm like, "How about you talk about hockey?" I was wrong. He came here, he isn't. And then a little bit of pleasure. You know what? You take care of the business, you get the pleasure. That is another question, you know. Yes, Jimmy Butler, who's been Mr. 305, doing everything, staying alive. He's gotten the championship. Nonetheless, we shall see. Florida Panthers team, it's something special. And got to give mucho props to the Florida Panthers fans who, I mean, I hate to say it, Vlad, come hell or high water, they were going to that parade and celebration. And I mean, I was out there for a little bit, Vlad. I had to make a run during the, coverage. You and I were trading in and out. I said, "Man, I'm gonna go get some gas, get everything together because tonight we have a big night actually for soccer." We talked about it was hell and high water out there, man. It was nasty. If you're watching,
Yeah, it was nasty, bro. It was like it reminded me of the weather down here was nasty right here in El Portal, and just seeing what they was looking out in Fort Lauderdale Beach with the lightning and thunder. It looked nasty. It looked like Woodstock. Let me tell you something, Dan. We've come to the realization getting wasted in rain is not cool.
Terrible.
No, I don't like, getting drenched on, pause, and, being inebriated. It's not a good feeling.
Take it from two guys that have done it all and been there, done that. Beautiful, out in the sun, hot, you can deal with it. Drink some
Bro,
water.
what? It
Drink
would have
some
been
water,
more
you're
lit.
fine.
It would have been more people, I think, if it was not even they didn't have to as long as it rained. It could have been overcast. As long as there was no sense, like, no hint of rain. No hint.
And the people that go out and say, well, that boiling hot's worse. No, boiling hot,
You'll have
some
the time of your
water,
life.
you're cool.
And you're by the beach. You're by the beach.
You go out and get rained on, well, you're trying to have a celebration, no matter how you celebrate, and it is not great. It's not conducive to the most part. Nonetheless, for the Panther fans, nothing's going to rain on our parade. Stanley Cup championship don't come around very often and really celebrate. We know that boat campers on the beach, that's for Hollywood, Joe Rose, out there, let's say Joe Rose a little bit. Joe Rose might have been a player on the team. I don't know. He was in the team. We were at boat camp. We said boat camp was unbelievably fun, crazy, wild. We know that elbow room starting at like 8 a.m. Started lining up because there's players to possibly go back up there and suddenly be out there. Nonetheless, out there for the elbow, you can clearing up a little bit. Clearing up a little bit here in the Miami area. You go out there and you celebrate. These people look like they were having a great time. No rain, but nonetheless, great job for the Panther fans. Fan base that has been much fun. A lot of people called them out. An organization that has probably been called out a couple of times. Answered the call all season long, including today. So congratulations. And so happy to be a part of something that's great. Let me get you caught up with everything else that's happening right now. Let's go through a few quick headlines. The Panthers, they were making moves out on the West Coast, on the west side of Las Vegas last night. The draft, they traded up into the second round. An 18-year-old Swedish center, Linus Eriksson. They put 6 players in all in the draft. Jordi Alba, who needs Lionel Messi? Lionel Messi, not playing for Inter Miami last night, not playing for Argentina. Both teams, country and club won, Vlad. Is Inter Miami better without Messi? Is that a hot take? I'm just saying. Jordi Alba had a cracker last night that really put us ahead with about the 44th minute. And in Miami, not only are they just, we really thought, tread water, get a point here and there. They have not lost since Messi has left the team going to international so far as the Copa America. I don't know what you can imagine. I don't know that game. You brought up a good point yesterday, Brad, which I've talked to other people who they've agreed with me. You're like, okay, you think people are disappointed that Messi's not playing here in Miami because they want to see him play in Miami? I go,
I don't see him either.
that's Argentina, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this, a lot of people that are Argentinian may have traveled from their country to watch the game, and now they're like, oh, man. Have you ever done that, Vlad? Made like a road trip to see a team or a player, and that person doesn't play? I don't think I ever have. But then again, I told you, I'm not the person that goes to see a player. I go to see a team. Like, let's say next year, we're going to Wimbledon. We want to see Coco Golf play. We're making the trip to England. Coco Golf play in England. She's going to lead the U.S. Olympic team. Let's say, Vlad, we're going to Wimbledon. It's going to be fun. We want to see Coco Golf. She comes up, we're in Boston. And then a week before, she pulls out because she's hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
But I mean, you and I are going to make fun. We're going to have a great time.
I mean, it happened to me this year. I bought tickets to go see the Jets Cowboys game, and then 4 plays after,
Did you go there? Oh, I went to the Cowboys. And our dude, Joe Malfa, who used to be one of the most in Miami, and Bills' first game of the year.
Yeah, at least he got to see 4 plays. I haven't seen anything.
And he also got to see a win.
Right. I saw the first loss and the beatdown and how the rest of the season was going to look. But yes, it stinks when you buy tickets before the season. But like you said, you buy for the name in the front, not the name in the back.
Right. I'm that type of guy. I know some people are different. That's fine. Believe what you believe. Let's get a little soccer action going right now. Bellingham and Harry Kane have saved England, by the way. They were getting beat by Slovakia.
That'd have been a
Bellingham in not extra time, but in bonus time, they're in like the 94th minute, gets a bicycle kick, a Wunder goal, scores, and then Harry Kane goes in there and gets a big goal early in the extra time. England, they have not survived. They're still going right now against Slovakia.
It's still going.
2-1.
Come on, man. What did I tell you?
Well, I saw people hugging and stuff. I thought it was over. I got a lot going on. But nonetheless, England may survive. And I mean, that's what it's all about in soccer, survive and advance. Doesn't matter how you win. It's that you win. United States team, take care of business. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock in the evening, they've got Uruguay. If there's any hope, Vlad, Uruguay has already advanced. So maybe they won't play their guys as much. United States.
Man, stop that.
Has a lot going.
Look at you. You know what? I love how for the United States men's national soccer team, your whole like ethos just changes because you like, I want to. You got his guys got to play. You got to compete. But because right now, well, Uruguay, you're already advanced. You don't need to play your best players.
No, they're gonna play because they want to beat the
United States. I'm saying is that's not your MO usually. You're always about competing and play, but now you're asking Uruguay to sit down their best players so that the US could have an easier time.
Well, if I'm gonna play devil's advocate, Luis Suarez, he's got a bad knee, and we need him for Inter Miami.
Sure.
I don't care. You know what? Roll them out. Let's go. United States don't back down from a challenge. Let's go, Uruguay. Play everybody the whole game. We're coming for you. You're on our turf. We got this.
Right.
Christian Pulisic, Tim Weah, not playing because
for the next two.
The whole punch, red card, you're automatically suspended the next game. And even if we do advance, when we do advance, he's not playing in the knockout round because suspended for 2 games. Copa America, can't be mad at you. To be honest with you, Vlad, you cannot punch people in the back of the head during a game.
Allegedly.
Are we allegedly this? Okay, this is the thing, Tim Weah. Love you. You're my dude. At the same time, you threw the first punch, and I think I saw the referee being like, you better stop it. You threw the second punch. Now, Tim Weah has come out and apologized. He says, I feel terrible about what I did. I'm not that type of physical player. The real reason I feel bad is because I put my teammates in a really bad situation. But, come on. Even Christian Pulisic, who got fouled dirty, didn't throw a punch. He went and shouldered the guy because he realized maybe, and I know the heat of the moment. I've done some bad things in the heat of the moment. I do a lot of bad things in the heat of the moment, by the way. I understand. Man, could use Tim Weah though, man.
Look at you, man. You're asking for guys to,
No, I said bring it on. I've changed
now you changed your mind because I called you out, but you were I'm just shocked that's not you.
That is me now.
No, not that you now because why? Because you talk so much crap about the US
No. What I said is
no.
If you want to be optimistic,
you talked a lot of trash.
I am going to talk a lot of trash. That's my team.
You talked a lot of trash before, and now it's coming to bite you in the ass.
Okay, I just don't like when people are like, "Why are you talking so much noise about the U.S.?" I'm like, and I ask other people that are in Argentina kids or Ecuador kids, well, do you talk trash? Yeah. Well, why is it not okay for me in the United States to talk trash, but it's okay for you? No, you're always going to support your national team. It's my team. We'll go. Let's go. Uruguay. Play Luis Suarez the whole game. I don't care. Let's go.
Okay.
We'll do it. You win. You win. You lose. Go home. You're already at home, but nonetheless. Tonight, though, we got some big games, Vlad. We got to decide who we're cheering for. We're going to be out at the Weston Carolina Ale House around 6 o'clock-ish. The game starts at 8. We have got Venezuela versus Jamaica, and then Mexico versus Ecuador. First question first. We already kind of talked about this. I have to I've been backing up a little bit today. Yesterday's theme was that we're right about everything. Today's theme might be I have to back off a couple things. Remember early on, I said I'm Jamaica all the way. And then we found out that the Weston Carolina Ale House is heavily populated with Venezuelan people. So we might have to back that one up. I think I'm going to be neutral in this one. I might pull Switzerland on this.
I don't know why you were talking in the first place. Venezuela already advanced, and Jamaica, it doesn't matter.
They're not going to advance, yeah.
Right, the game doesn't really matter in either way.
And we already know Ecuador and Mexico, where I'm cheering.
Yeah, you call out the Mexicans, and they don't like that.
The international team, not the country.
All right.
Like I said, I'll be at the DFA probably for New Year's.
Cartel's calling?
My people, man. Oh, goodness. Oh, the bullpen lights out. Got to give it up to AJ Puck and the guys, man. When they get in the game, they don't give up anything. They gave up 0 runs in 4 1/3 innings yesterday as the Marlins down the Phillies. Of course, the Phillies without Kyle Schwarber and
they're playing right now.
Bryce Harper. So they're probably losing like 15-0.
No, it's 2-2 in the third.
Okay, well, Philadelphia's having some offensive issues. I got 2-1 in the third right now.
Nah, they just scored 2-2.
Ooh, Marlins doing things, man.
Yeah, Brian De La Cruz with a home
That's my
run.
guy. He didn't have a hit yesterday, so I feel like he's getting back on. Caleb Martin, Kevin Love, Thomas Bryant have opted out of their Heat contracts. They are free agents as soon as 6 p.m. strikes today. And maybe later on, Vlad, I know we don't have a lot of time today. We might get into some of this free agency stuff. PG-13 seems to be the big chip that everyone seems to be worried about.
Well, in the next 90 minutes, free agency. Is it 90 minutes?
It's
I'm sorry,
6
6 p.m.
6
I'm
p.m.
sorry. So in the next 3.5 hours, not 90 minutes.
We're not going to be on the air at that time.
So in the next 3.5 hours, NBA free agency begins, and apparently there's 3 teams that's going to speak to Paul George at his home in Los Angeles. So which means the Clippers just have a short car ride. Orlando and
Philadelphia has a little bit of a longer
they have
car
a
ride.
flight.
They have a little bit of a car ride.
They have a flight. But that's one. The other thing is
talk about this one.
Who?
Big free agent out there.
Kevin Love?
No, Agent Kevin Love. Oh, I'm out. I'm going home, Vlad. I'll talk to you later. Agent Rich Paul says LeBron James could take a pay cut.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
To help the Lakers. James has opted out, but is expected back in LA. Seriously. That would be the worst thing ever. They draft Bronny at number 55. Then LeBron goes, you know what? I'm good. I'm going somewhere else.
I mean, he could.
That'd be the awesomest story ever.
But he wouldn't do that.
He's not doing that. And last but not least, Vlad, I know you're very, very, very locked into this. In Bridgetown, Barbados.
Okay.
Do you know what happened in Bridgetown, Barbados recently?
No.
India.
Okay.
Defeated?
Oh, cricket. This has got to be cricket.
Who do you think India defeated? Think about another world power of cricket. I don't know about world power. It's
got to be a West Indian team, right?
No.
No, I don't know.
So South Africa played in their first T20 Cricket World Cup final and fell to India. And I was reading how they fell and how they lost. And Vlad, I will tell you honestly.
You don't know, do you? You don't
There was
understand.
and then they named 3 players and they had 7 wickets between them, but then they had 58 balls to do this. I was like, they said it was a thriller.
Hey, man, might have been a thriller.
You know what we can do tonight, Vlad? After the soccer games that we were at the watch party, maybe they can show a replay of the T20 Cricket World Cup final.
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm all right on that.
I'll keep the beer flowing if you want.
I guess you would.
With that being said, real quick, let's step into the day spa. A woman refused to push her obese cousin around at a wedding the other day because she says she has no regrets because she wanted to have fun at the ceremony.
That's messed up.
There's so many things. I was writing the joke and I was like, I just can't write that joke, man.
That's so messed up. Help the poor lady out, man.
That's the way you're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why, you wouldn't help your obese cousin?
The whole wedding pushing her around?
I mean, the whole wedding. What is she trying to do?
That's what she wanted, the whole wedding to be pushed around.
I mean, what is she trying to do? I mean, she's only going to eat. What are we doing here?
See, I had a couple jokes in that realm.
Just push her right to the table and that's it, man. Like, what is she doing?
Okay, the celebration is on for the Panthers. They are down in Fort Lauderdale Beach. Everyone was partying, including some of our very, very close friends. We're going to keep the celebration going next here on 560 WQAM.
WQAM. you've missed anytime. Get it now and make WQAM your favorite station.
Florida Panthers celebrating the Stanley Cup Championship all week long, really, but it culminated today with the big parade in Fort Lauderdale and the ceremony on the beach. Vlad, who do you think was the drunkest Panther at the celebration?
Lomberg.
I want to say Lomberg was probably the drunkest because he was everywhere. He was in the streets. He was in the crowd. He was drinking other people's beers. He was waterfalling. He had no shirt on. He had a championship belt. But I think the guy that looked the drunkest was probably Paul Maurice. Paul Maurice
but
was
it
up
depends
there,
what he was drinking. I think these guys were drinking beer. It might have been like Paul might have been hitting the
hard
top
stuff.
Shelf stuff.
He
might have been.
Well, that's what a coach needs to do.
I don't think he was on the bus like wilding out like them. He's probably chilling in the back, like lamping, eating, drinking, having a good time.
That's how you lead a team. You lead by example. The players will drink beer, but the coaches need to drink that good stuff.
I think Kachuk is
purple.
Kachuk's definitely lit. But when he jumped in the water, that kind of sobers you up a little bit.
He did jump. Once again, if you didn't watch or didn't listen to us earlier, he jumped in the water for a second time. I thought it was a replay. I was like, oh, they're showing him jumping in the ocean. No. He just decided to jump in the ocean again.
You ever get lit and then you jump in a pool?
Have I ever gotten lit and jumped in a pool?
Or been thrown into a pool? You get sober up.
Have I ever been thrown into a pool?
You get sober up pretty quick.
Relatively. Okay.
You get sober up pretty quick.
Either way. No, but then again, Matthew Tkachuk kind of has that IV going this week. So, like, nothing can really affect him. It seems like Lomberg might have taken a break for a day or two. And Paul Maurice, he's got family and everything like that. Okay. Okay, now we're going to get into, there was other people, of course, at the parade living it up. Maybe you're leaving the parade right now listening. Thank you so much, by the way, for listening.
You have time. If you're leaving the parade and trying to get home, you might as well listen to us. You're stuck in traffic for a good next 2 hours.
We're celebrating just like everybody else was celebrating out there. And maybe you're hammered in the back of a car or an Uber right now and you're saying, woo,
Uber's making money today.
Maybe I was the most wasted person at the celebration. And maybe you are. No lie. I give you respect. Now, Vlad and I, we're not better than thou. Look, come to Duffy's any Thursday or Friday. This past Thursday, living the dream, having some Guinness. Vlad had a couple Heinekens going. He would look like my bodyguard for a while. None of this. But we had coverage wall to wall. And, if you're going to cover a big party celebration, you got to get into it, Vlad. Because nobody wants a stiff sitting there saying, oh, look at all these people. You want to live the life. You want to enjoy. You want to be with the people. And we got a guy, and we got a lot of guys on the station. And they were all living the life. Hollywood, Danny Rubinos was out there. Tobin out there. They had a couple here and there. Did they lose count of how many beers they drank? Vlad?
All right. So when
you asked them a couple times and they did not know that,
right. I think when I was putting the mic up, Joe said 19.
Okay.
Tobin, I don't know if he was talking about beers or he was just mentioning 19.
Tobin wasn't good with his count.
No, Tobin wasn't good with his
You had to keep checking with him and stuff.
And Joe, yeah. I mean,
so Danny had his kid out there, so I'm guessing he was
reasonable.
Cool.
He was reasonable.
Although I did see him having a few. You could watch us live on YouTube and Twitch, 560 WQAM. Joe Rose, now let's give him some credit. He's used to getting up every morning at 4 a.m. and doing things. He got up at like 6 this morning, he said, and started walking. He wanted to get exercise in. But what comes with waking up and walking at 6 a.m. means around 6:45, 7, maybe you have your first beer or two. That's okay. You're on a celebration. Kim Bocamper is one of his best friends. He's a hobnobber. He even said a couple times, I want to walk around. I want to talk to people. Joe wants to be with the people, and sometimes beers just find their way into your hand. So Joe, towards the end of the show, Vlad, he would jump on here and there and kind of give us some expert information, at least in his mind. And he said a few things here and there that you and I kind of caught and smiled. So we're smiling right now. We're laughing with, not at. But Joe Rose, he said, when you have a celebration like this, the key word is just nice.
Well, I got to tell you, people are fired up, man. I just, we beat the shit out of our fans. It's just nice to. I know I got dumped by Vlad. Okay. They left you. It's nice to see a nice story, right? It is.
Okay. Oh, man. So we beat the beep out of our fans. Play that again. I just got to hear it again. Okay, first of all, let's set it again. If you weren't listening or you're casual listening or you're hammered leaving the parade, listen to this.
Well, I got to tell you, people are fired up, man. I just, we beat the shit out of our fans. it's just nice to. I know I got dumped by Vladdy.
okay.
It's just, they left you. Nice to see a nice story, right? It is.
What really caught my ear is it's nice to see a nice story. And then being a good producer and co-worker with Joe, Danny goes, it is. It is.
I don't know if that was Tobin or Hollywood.
I mean, it's true. It is nice to see a nice story. Vlad?
Oh my, all right. So
Okay, well, wait. Don't get any deeper. We got more. If you're riding around in the Uber,
I just love the fact that he knew.
Place.
Oh yeah, Vladdy's gonna dump it.
And you go, it's okay. Was that you that said it's okay, or was that someone else?
Somebody told him. Somebody else said it was okay, but it was just like, oh yeah, Vladdy's gonna dump it.
And I'm sitting there just joking with you, and you're a great job by you, by the way, having to put up with me talk all the time. And you were listening to Joe, and you were able to drop it. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, it was dropped.
I wasn't paying a lot of attention, as you heard. I just heard it's nice to see a nice story, and I was like, what is he? What? Wait, what?
When somebody doubles the pleasantries, expect a bad word to come out.
And he just, but also we beat the beep out of our fans.
So yeah,
What does that mean? I'm asking seriously. I'm not trying to be like, what does that mean? It's like the Florida Panthers beating up on
South Florida fans get ripped, and
Okay.
So because
So
they come late to the party or there's stuff like that. So
I understand.
seeing that celebration, seeing everybody out, it's
So basically in Joe Rose's way, he was saying what I said open the show.
right.
If you think South Florida fans aren't real fans, they are. So he was saying they take a beating.
But he just said it in Joe Rose way.
He said it in a different way. He got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. He's probably a little tired, nonetheless.
He had he did not have donuts, Dunkin' Donuts coffee. He didn't have the D&D
and he did
coffee.
apologize to you, Vlad, for what he did. And then it's nice. And then he wrapped it up with, it's nice to have nice things. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It is. Okay. So nonetheless, we're sitting around, we're kind of having a good time. And then he says something else that kind of makes me go, okay, let's hear what else Joe had later in, maybe a couple minutes later in the show.
I got to tell you, if I could come back in my second life, I want to be Bo's Beach. This place is packed.
This place is packed.
It was that Danny Rabinowitz once again backing him up. This place is packed.
Well, let's first of all give Joe credit for saying beach.
Yes, because he could have had another beep.
He could have it would just been word if he said he could have been Bo's beat.
Yeah. Okay,
so and second, it's not a beach. It's not a beach. Boat Campers is not a beach.
I know it's called Boat Campers. I know. Is it even called Boat Campers at the beach, or is it just Boat Campers?
I think it's just Boat Campers.
Okay. Either way, we know it's at the beach. But what really caught my ear was if I were to come back in another life.
Oh, that's
I would come back as an inanimate object. I don't think and you know me, I love bars, lad, and I love clubbing and all that stuff. I don't think I've ever been like, if I come back as something, I want to be as a bar. I'd say, like as a, somebody else or something else, or Matthew Kachuk or Ryan Lomberg or.
He wants to come back. He wants to come back as a restaurant.
He wants
bar.
to be Bo's at the beach.
Yeah,
Bo's Beach.
He wants to be Bo's Beach.
Actually, it's all getting muddled in my head. So once again, if you're
he wants a lot of people to enter.
If you're in the Uber, if someone's bringing you home right now and you're hammered, or maybe you weren't listening because there's a red light or yellow light, we're going to play it one more time so you can kind of break down Joe's reincarnation.
I got to tell you, if I could come back in my second life, I want to be Bo's Beach. This place is packed.
This place is packed.
He wants to be, he wants full. He wants people to fill him up.
That's okay. Hey, you know what? And once again,
he wants to come back as Bo's Beach. This place is packed.
You're right. Yeah. And once again,
crazy.
You might see Vlad and I tonight at the Weston Ale House, and we might be spewing even worse. It happens. But and the reason we're doing this is to have a good time, but to show that this is what we're doing. South Florida's enjoying, we're partying, we're celebrating, everyone's having a a good time.
I knew Joe was nice, right? Because so you and I we were tag teaming, filling in. You did the first 30, I would do the next 30. That's it. We did 30-minute intervals of covering the celebration. So when I came in, right, and I had a little red eye. So I'm looking at Joe, and Joe's looking at me, and we're looking at each other through the StreamYard, and we're laughing.
We could see each other online.
We could see each other online, but no words are said, no words are expressed. It's just a look in the eye. and we both started laughing our ass off. And I was like, "Oh yeah, Joe's nice. Joe is definitely nice."
Well,
So
he
that's
even
why I
said it.
knew. That's when I knew. I was like, "All right, I got to be on my P's and Q's today," because Joe, because it's only a look. It was one of those looks that only like friends and people who know each
Longtime
other,
associates.
longtime associates, they know when a person's in a certain environment, how the person's going to act. And look, it's Joe Rose, man. It's the big dog. He's South Florida's most beloved one of South Florida's most beloved sports
I'll say
figures.
one of the best people I've ever been around in not just the radio industry,
And
but in the working world.
And it's going to be very difficult for him not to speak to anyone. There's no doubt about it. Like everybody wants to talk to Joe.
Yeah, and he's in his backyard at the place he wants to be reincarnated at, Bo's Beach.
And he's with his boy. Like,
It's
you know,
his
his
family,
boy,
man.
you know, his boy Bo Campus, you know, he's there. Come on, man. This was great.
This
was
is how
great.
Joe gets us back. He comes to Duffy's in Plantation on Thursday and just mics you and I up and gets us right back for that.
Dude.
So this is what we're going to do, Vlad. We're going to take a quick break. Before we go to break, I'm going to sign off real quick, and you just play those clips back to back again for anyone that really wants to hear them, because they really are enjoyable. And once again, we are not holier than thou. Seriously. Come back. We're going to have a real quick segment, maybe kind of wrap up the whole Panthers parade and just enjoy. This is 560 560 WQAM.
Well, I got to tell you, people are fired up, man. I just, we beat the out of our fans. It's just nice to. I know I got dumped by Vlad.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just,
They left you.
nice to see a nice story, right?
It is.
I got to tell you, if I could come back in my second life, I want to be Bo's Beach. This place
Yeah, right.
is packed.
This place is packed.
WQAM your favorite station? Do it. Listen to us live or on demand and use the rewind feature to go back and listen to any part of any shows you might have missed.
Talk to me, man.
I have to tell you, it is nice to see nice things. It was a nice parade today, and the rain wasn't very nice, but nonetheless, everyone having a good time at the parade. 305-567-0560. You can also jump in Twitch, YouTube, Odyssey app. If you're riding back from the parade or rolling back from the parade or whatever you're doing, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Glad we could give you one last little piece of Panthers coverage before this dream season comes to an end. People are texting in 305-567-0560. 786 says the restaurant is called Bow Beach. So they were at Bow Campers, but it apparently may be Bow Beach.
So it's called Bow Beach. So he wants to come back as Bow's Beach.
He would like to come back as that building and that bar.
I want him to say that 10 times fast.
561. And I did want to point this out, but I was too busy just getting into the minutia of the clip. 561 says, you hear the sirens in the background. The FCC is coming to get Joe. Because literally, the second he starts cussing, you hear, true. 954 texts in, we went. It was so awesome. It was hell and high water, but seeing the players and coaches, that was absolutely so cool. And 305 wants to come clean to you, Vladdy. I also apologize to Vlad. I accused him of being a fake Panthers fan and a bad luck omen, but I was wrong, Vlad. He was on it. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Or ma'am.
Or ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no,
it's a big person to apologize and admit they're wrong.
That's one thing I learned earlier in life is that you're better at admitting when you're wrong than trying to cover it up.
Dog, I talk I talk a lot of ish.
You are loud wrong sometimes.
But you're allowed wrong. But I'm loud wrong.
I mean, and we all are, but it's okay.
When I'm loud wrong, I loud apologize. I keep the same energy. That's the thing. So if I'm gonna come at you because aggressive, I gotta apologize. Not aggressive, but apologize with the same, like, look, I was really wrong.
No one wants that person that makes excuses of why they're not wrong. Like if you were like to say, like, and there are texters and tweeters and everything else, Panthers will not win. Greatest collapse of all time. Okay, you say what you got to say, but when you're wrong, just come out and say, okay, look, don't go, well, technically, if you looked at it, the Panthers didn't win it. It's like, no, stop. Just admit you're wrong.
And you know what? Shout out to the 305. A week ago, he said he told us that Reinhardt, Bennett, and Verhage were going to be the stars, and he also guaranteed a win.
Yeah.
He told us to bet it.
And we told everybody to, or at least I told everybody to bet it. Good job by us.
I did say 2-1. I think I might have said 2-1 filthy.
You said stay under, and you said you were 50-50. I mean, go with the under and 50-50.
I was right.
You were right on the under.
I was right on the under.
I was good at my 7.2 out of 10% confidence.
Damn, 561. Don't mean to change the subject, but when the Dolphins just going to win a playoff game.
No, we're not doing that, man. We're celebrating. Look, you heard Joe Rose. It's nice to see nice things. Let's have a nice day. Let's have a nice day. Heat Cult hit up Four Loco will explain. Oh, man. Is it Four Loco, dude? No, never hit a Four Loco unless you're in a very dire situation. So, yeah, well, we're glad everybody is having a good time and celebrating. And I know a lot of people are drying out right now. It seems to have stopped raining here in the Miami, at least, area. I don't know what it's
People
like.
thought I was sabotaging the sound because I'm also a Ranger fan. No, it had nothing to do with me. Come on now, 305. What's going on?
You're also a party fan, so you don't want to stop a good party. There was a lot of sound that had to be sabotaged for the simple reason. Paul Maurice, thank you for cussing a lot.
Dude, they were dropping bombs.
Roberto Luongo, like they almost had to take the mic away from him. Like,
I was upset with that. It's like
there's elderly and kids in
like
the
Luongo. Come on, man, you're not even playing anymore. Relax.
I'll give credit to Roberto Luongo. This past week, he's been wilding out. The way he banged that drum and the way he was acting today, represent. That's what you do when you win a Stanley Cup.
And yes, more has come out from the. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to eat a hot pasta right now from Stanley Cup.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry right now.
Yesterday I didn't eat.
Pasta right now sounds so good right now. But yeah, it was a bowl. There was a liner.
Okay, that's there's a liner. I mean, even if they put saran, what do you call it? Not saran wrap, but that type of like clear wrap on the bottom. Of course, it would melt. So I guess, but yeah, that doesn't bother me. I mean, what's the best thing to eat at Ale House, at Carolina Ale House, Vlad? I've never really eaten.
They got some good wings.
Okay, good wings.
Oh,
that's gonna help. That's gonna help. Yeah.
You're
So maybe I'll
vegan.
just hit the beer. But yeah, I didn't really eat last night. I went to go pick up some food at Blossom in North Beach, but that food didn't get to my mouth because other people ate it.
Hey, yo.
And then I just kind of went to bed. I had some beers. Oh, Carolina Ale House. I guess I'll just start with the beers and we'll figure it out later, Vlad.
Okay. That works.
Have you invited anyone out to come to Carolina Ale House from the radio station?
No.
I don't know if the guys from earlier, they've had a long day. They can't make it. That's going to make it a long day.
Those guys got to work. After this,
That's true. I'm going to try not to come into work tomorrow.
Damn, bro.
I'll probably be here. I always am.
I'm just going to go home, shower real quick, change, and then head straight to the ale house. I should be there like around 5:15.
Oh, goodness. You're going to be there early. If you're watching us on YouTube and Twitch, I will go home and shower. I'll be wearing the same clothes that I'm wearing right now, though.
That's nasty. How you showering with on the same clothes?
I'm not. That's me telling you I'm not going to shower. I'm just going to go home and get going.
Work.
That's not nasty work.
Come on, man. Shower.
You got to have them endorphins.
You also got wet in the rain.
Yeah.
That's not your shower.
But that was important that I had to go get gas, and I had to get gas.
Yeah. Stallion.
Coming back, 560 WQAM.
Do you know what beef is? Do you know what beef is?
What a great celebration earlier today. The Florida Panthers Stanley Cup celebration right there at Bows Beach. You got a little more party in you, or you want to catch some more sports? Well, the place to be is hanging out with the family. My cousin, Vladimir, Louis, and I going to be out at the Carolina Ale House in Weston, starting at around 6 o'clock. We've got 2 games to watch, and you know I am keenly invested in both games, just like you, Vlad. Venezuela, the Jamaica. You know, I love Jamaican reggae, the music. We've got a lot of Jamaican friends. The other night, you know, even at Duffy's, we had a bunch of Jamaican friends out there.
That's my family.
That's your family?
That's family.
And, you know, Venezuela, I got a lot of ties. I got a lot of Venezuelan friends. I got a lot of ties to Venezuela. So that's going to be fun.
That's family, too.
But
That's from India.
But that's kind of the game, though. That game's cool. That game we're playing with house money because we already know Venezuela is through to the next round. And we know Jamaica is not going to be through to the next round. So that's just kind of, oh, let's have fun. Let's watch the game. But then, concurrently, because they play at the same time on the final group stage games because they don't want scoreboard watching as much. Ecuador v. Mexico.
But here's the thing about this, right?
Don't get me started.
There's no scoreboard watching because the only game that matters is it's Mexico versus Ecuador.
Well, they didn't know that when they were doing the schedule.
Whatever.
So, like I said, for a long time, throughout my life, everywhere I've ever lived, I've been a stranger in a large town by myself, not knowing anyone. Miraculously, there's always been someone that's either from Ecuador or Ecuadorian heritage that has come up and befriended me and helped me. Some of the most loving, great people in the world. Heat Colt, I know you're Ecuadorian. My dude Chavi, I actually got to call Chavi and see if he wants to come out. It's a little late. Is that a bad taste, Vlad, to hit up my dude?
Steve.
He's from Quito. Good friend of mine.
You last minute.
Obviously,
you're last minute team.
Vlad, obviously a very good friend of mine. Should I text him right now? Yo, dude, you want to come out to the Western? Chavi's great, man. But his old lady, his old lady is Venezuelan, though.
No, you can, because
lady
even though
Venezuelan.
it's last
You do it
minute,
now.
even though it's last minute, you thought about it and you still made the effort.
We're doing this right now. We're doing it live on the air because it's one of those days.
But
Vlad.
you gotta be like, I know this is last minute. My apologies. You gotta take full
Walk me through
responsibility.
this one. Here we go.
Hey,
Yo, Hermano.
how can I walk you if you already talked?
Period. I know it's last minute, but we're having a watch party at the Carolina Ale House in Weston. Period. Ecuador plays Mexico, and Venezuela will take on Jamaica. Period. If you want to come, holler. Period.
Yeah, you didn't take accountability. My bad for.
I know it's last minute.
Yeah, no, you have to say my bad. I know it's last minute.
Okay.
That way you clarify everything.
That's why you're walking me through this. Okay.
Well, you didn't allow me to walk you through. You started talking.
Well, I figured you'd revise. You're like my editor or reviser, you know. So, yo, Hermano.
My bad. I know this is last minute.
My bad. I know this is last minute, but we're having a watch party at the Carolina Ale House in Weston. Ecuador plays Mexico, and Venezuela will take on Jamaica. If you want to come, holler.
Love to see you there.
Games start at
8 p.m. Would like to see you there. Bong.
Should I add more? Like, say, I know we both have a lot going for both games.
No. Just say, yo, would like to see you there.
Love to see you there, period.
Bong.
Bada bum, bada bum, 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 bum.
That's it.
Can I roll up playing Ika Mouse really, really loud in the parking lot?
I don't know what that is.
You got to be kidding me. Texters, 305-567-0560. Before I clarify, do you know who Ika Mouse is? Ika Mouse. Ika Mouse. Don't Google it. I want to know for sure.
Ika Mouse? Why am I Ika Mouse?
Ika Mouse.
Why am I seeking or eating?
One of my all-time favorite reggae artists, Ika Mouse.
Oh, no.
Still alive to this day. A lot of people thought he was dead. He's not dead. He still made new music. I still listen to his new music. That's how big of a fan I am.
Oh, jeez.
Luckily, this game between Venezuela and Jamaica doesn't mean a lot tonight, Vlad, because you and I, who we're cheering for. But at the same time, represent.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
The confused look on your face scared me for a second there.
Am I rooting for anybody? I'm just going there just to go.
Okay, Spain and Georgia are playing right now. And Vlad, please clarify for everyone that is kind of confused right now. Spain and Georgia are playing in the Euros right now.
Yes, not Atlanta, Georgia. Just Georgia, the country.
There is a country called Georgia. It is in the Eastern European bloc. It used to be a part of Russia.
C.
Okay. So people are like, well, why would the state of Georgia be playing Spain in the Euros? If Spain does not win, who are also the favorites to win the Euro, if they don't win today, that would be
major upset. Probably the biggest upset. They're probably the biggest upset. Bigger than Italy losing to
that was
to the Swedes. To Switzerland? It was Switzerland, not Sweden.
And Switzerland's going to get England. Man, Switzerland, they talk about luck of the draw. You get a kind of down Italy team. You get an English team that barely won today.
But they played well, England. They just did. It just
Bellingham
took them a long time.
He had a wonder goal.
It just took them a long time to finally get the ball in the net. But once they did.
But dude, soccer is the ultimate sport of one game looking like world beaters, and then the next game looking like you couldn't beat an under 14 team, an under 14 age team.
Sometimes playoff series do the same thing. You know, you're up 3-0, and then you lose 3, and then you get your tight ass, and then you win a championship.
The only teams that like consistently are just like you can count on them. Argentina, of course, who last night without Messi still won 2-0 over Peru. And France. France is pretty darn good because you got some guy called Kylian Mbappe and Antoine Griezmann, who's really, really good. You got Deschamps coaching, but those are the two teams that are really, really steady. Hence why they were in the World Cup final. And even though France was really, really sick and down a lot of players, they still probably almost won that game. But I'm not sour or anything like that.
You're sour.
Yeah, of course I'm sour. Sour the Boston Celtics and won the NBA championship. I'm happy that the Florida Panthers won.
You think Chuck and Tatum chill there with their titles? You think they head back to St. Louis and just start walking down?
I think that they've planned a date, a mandate. Not a mandate, but a man/date. Because they're both from St. Louis. And he even like last year didn't even play around where they're like, "Are you cheering for the Heat of the Celtics?" Like,
no, he pretty much said, "I'm treated. I got love for Miami. I've enjoyed watching their games, but that's my guy."
He and Tatum have been friends since they were like 8 years old.
Can you be friends with someone like it's great?
Yes.
You know why it's great? Because you know that you guys are probably the same person, but you're not competing with each other in the same sport. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So they probably could talk to each other, even though they're talking about two different sports, but their mindset and like their attitude and their thought process, they can bounce off each other.
I was joking around with Nathan yesterday, Vlad. You were invited to come see Joe and Nathan and I, but you had some things to do. You're always invited, of course. But Nathan he went to NC State, and NC State people hate North Carolina fans. And I was talking about the Jamaica-Venezuela game. I was like, man, it's hard to cheer against Venezuela. I mean, hard to cheer against Jamaica. And he was like, yeah, I would never date a girl from North Carolina, UNC. And I was like, you're kidding, man. You know your line. He's like, I'm just joking. Because, there's guys and girls that say, I would never date someone that went to the rival school or somebody from this state. They're all that's all talk, man. You got to understand it's all talk.
Absolutely, it's all talk.
That's like, oh, I'm a Dolphins fan. I'd never date a girl that was a Jets fan until a bad one. Until a bad one comes up and is like, I'm a Jets fan. Okay.
I wouldn't mind dating a fan, like a rival fan. First of all, I like the fact that she's a fan of the sport.
I don't mind that.
And second, the bets are going to be great.
Well, yeah, you know what the bet is every game.
Well, I know what my bet is every game.
There you go.
I don't know what her bet, but in case her team wins, you gotta she gonna rub it in your face like, yeah, her team won. Now you gotta yeah.
Wait, repeat that.
Wait,
what'd you say? I missed it.
She's going to rub it in your face the fact that you lost the bet.
Right. Okay, I'm just checking on you, man.
Among other things.
If I could be reincarnated, let me tell you.
You be Bo's Beach place?
Actually, I'm changing it. A lot of people say if I could be reincarnated, I would actually want to be Bo's Beach.
Why not?
I like bars. I like booze.
Like I said,
I like good-looking people. I like the beach.
You get filled up.
You know what?
You're in the beach.
You know what?
There's sand. There's beautiful people, like you said. There's food.
Everybody loves you because everybody loves Bo's Beach. Bo campers by the beach. Fort Lauderdale.
I don't know if I want to be a beach, bro. I don't know.
I love the beach.
But then people puke on you. And then they might miss the porcelain,
Not the first time. Not the first time.
No.
Have you?
There's ups and downs. No.
Since today is that day where everyone's partying in Fort Lauderdale, and if you have had too much, I understand. Just be safe, please. Seriously, you don't want that headache. But have you ever had someone vomit on you? Not like purposefully, but like
I've
you're
had
like
a kid. You talking about a kid?
a
Yes.
kid or some person.
Yeah, a kid.
The weirdest sensation is that's so warm. It's almost boiling hot.
It stinks, man.
It's almost boiling hot.
No, your inside stink.
98.7.
It don't matter when they puke. You smell that. It's nasty.
98.6. I'm sorry. You got 90.
Man.
You got an oven at 98.6. So anything that comes out is usually around 98.6.
But you know what's funny when kids throw up though? Sometimes parents deserve it because the kid is like, I don't really want to eat this, but you're forcing me to eat it. All right. Well, guess what? As quick as it goes down is as quick as it can come up.
Mm-hmm. It is really
right
funny.
at him.
At what age do you stop thinking McDonald's is the coolest place to have a birthday party and hang out? And at what age do you not mind having vomit on you or like
the kid got to
cleaning up like your
at
animals
one.
urine?
At
I'm not
one.
a kid.
Once a kid is one, he can't vomit on me anymore. That's why they got the, that's why they got the, what you would call it?
I used to
the
think
bib.
I used to think it was the nastiest thing to like have someone vomit and be around it or like picking up animal feces. I used to think it was disgusting. Now I'm just like, oh goodness gracious.
I know about that. Oprah's a animal feces picker. She's making like 6 figures, or him, whoever that person is.
Wait,
yeah,
you lost me on that one.
Oprah has a person who looks after her dog, and the dog picks up her. Yeah.
Remember a couple of years ago, and we've been talking about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Remember a couple of years ago, Lady Gaga's dog walker might have gotten killed, and they kidnapped the dog.
Hey man, dogs are expensive.
Holy goodness!
Actually, picking up their poop is it's a 6-figure salary. Something I won't do that, but whatever.
Interesting. What is your price?
Everybody has a price.
I mean, everybody's got a price. I don't want to hear it. What was that, Dusty Rhodes or $1 Million Man? Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man. He got Sapphire, which that would never play today. If anybody's an old school WWF fan.
What are you talking about? What do you mean he got Sapphire? Hold up. All Ted DiBiase did was an indecent proposal that Robert Redford did to Demi Moore on Woody Harrelson. It was only an indecent proposal. Listen, I can propose. I can ask you anything. It is what you decide to do.
Everybody has their price.
Everybody has a price.
So if you didn't watch the WWE back in the day, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, huge, fat, white guy.
Yes.
Come at me and say he was muscular, whatever. He found a woman out of the crowd that was just a big fan at the time. This is the storyline, right?
Yes.
Correct me when I'm wrong, but once again, like the text that we sent, he found a sister that was in the crowd that was a huge fan, and people were pointing like, oh, she's a huge fan. Pulls her up, and she becomes his manager.
His valet. Yes, that's what they call him, manager.
So then Ted DiBiase, who's the $1 Million Man, who back then $1 million meant that you were the richest person in the world, at least when you're 7 years old.
$1 Million Man would offer kids money, like $100, $200, $300, they could accomplish a goal. And instead of letting the kid accomplish a goal, like dribble the ball 15 times, at 14, he would kick
the ball away. Yeah. I forgot about how bad that was.
That was awesome.
So then he finds Sapphire, pulls Dusty Rhodes into the ring and says, everybody's got a price. And Sapphire became his manager from what I'm remembering for about 2 weeks. And then they just wrote her out. Am I correct?
No, it happened for.
I think they must have had like a WrestleMania or something.
Yeah, wrestling back in those days, those were long storied rivalry. So that it happened for months, and then she turned on Dusty, and then that was it.
But like, how long did she stay with Ted DiBiase?
I don't know, probably like 3 months.
Okay,
3-5 months storyline.
I wonder what Sapphire, what she's up to today. I mean, hopefully,
if she's still,
because she was not young back in the day either.
Well,
But Dusty Rhodes could dance too, man. Right? America.
Dusty was invited to the barbecue. Clearly,
oh really?
Of course, Dusty was.
I didn't know that.
Dusty's definitely invited to a barbecue. So was Cody.
Talk about the cookout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad we solved that. But we've solved a lot of things today. Nice things are nice to see. And Panthers, they traded up second round, 18-year-old Swedish center, Linus Eriksson. They drafted 6 players yesterday. Of course, that Stanley Cup parade, it finished up not too long ago, but it's probably still rocking and rolling out there.
It's probably hit the ER right now. ER is probably definitely packed right now.
I would say Bows Beach and
the
ER are just fun. And I'm not saying crazy. I'm saying fun.
And the fact that the weather's cleared and it's still early, bro. It was, parade ended at 2, 2:03, 2:05, maybe around that time. So
You talking about the celebration and the
the
parade?
celebration,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're talking about the last hour where the weather seemed to be cleared up. Now you can enjoy a South Florida Sunday, even though it's overcast. But they're already been wet from the rain, and they're probably lit from all the alcohol that's been consumed.
Yes. If you need a little nap, just lay down on the beach. You're good.
Right.
Nobody's gonna
So,
know if you're suntanning or whatever.
but I think that was the perfect end to the NHL season, and then now we head literally in the next 3 hours or less than 3 hours, we head into NBA free agency.
Oh my goodness, Georgia just scored a goal on Spain. It is 1-0 in the 18th minute at the Euros. Oh my goodness. If you took Georgia, of course, there's a lot of game left to play. If you took Georgia, goal.
How much was that?
If you took Georgia first goal, Vlad, you might have made $800 just now on 100.
Wow.
Did you take Georgia?
No, they take
Damn, I thought you were going to be buying tonight. Never mind.
No.
Well,
Unfortunately.
come see us tonight at Carolina Ale House in
Yeah.
Weston. Vlad, if his bets go right, might be buying. Man, what a
You're right.
great service right there from the Georgian. It's just unbelievable. Oh no, actually, that's an own goal. Oh, so Spain is so much better that they're scoring their own goals.
Yeah.
And I like the guy that didn't touch it. He celebrated like it was his goal. Watch this, Vlad. He doesn't touch it. Yeah.
Right, you know how much, the fact that he was near the goal, if they win 1-0 and he was there, you know how much all the Georgian love he's gonna get?
I bet you that Georgian love is good too.
I bet you it is. I love it. You know,
That's a very
Eastern
we were talking about we were talking about celebrating for the parade earlier today. That area knows how to celebrate too.
absolutely.
Jordi Alba knows how to celebrate. He got that game-winning goal in the 44th minute last night as Inter Miami. No Messi, no problem. Nashville 2-1. Inter Miami taking it. Argentina, no Messi, no problem against Peru 2-0. Watch out, Messi. Tonight though, Copa America, Venezuela, Jamaica, Ecuador, Mexico, 8:00. Carolina Ale House is the only place to watch the game.
Yeah, we had some events yesterday. Like you said, you mentioned the Copa. Argentina won 2-0. There was a boxing event last night. Teofimo Lopez, 12 round.
Disgusting.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of that boy. But
I saw that face kick that one guy got.
Oh no, that's the UFC fight.
No.
The UFC fight. Listen, Alex Pereira is a machine. He's the best damn fighter in the world.
He's a Brazilian, right?
He's a Brazilian. Let me tell you what happened. At the end of the first round, he hit Buddy with a shot that had Buddy shook.
And then got him right at the beginning of the second.
And the first thing he did in the beginning of the second round was roundhouse kick him to the point where you saw that he fractured or broke his toe.
Yeah.
And knocked the number one contender of the light heavyweight division out.
I'm going to ask you an honest question, Vlad, and I know you don't like answering questions like this. Have you ever gotten your bell rung?
Knocked out? No.
No, not knocked out, but like gotten taking a good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Dude, you do not clear up that easily. Like some people are like, okay, shake it off. Dude, like when you get your bell, whether it's through fighting or whether you just get hit playing basketball or something like that, and that's what good fighters do. When they get their bell rung and they're scrambled, what they do is go in defense mode for a couple of minutes to try to get their vision and their brain and their body back. So obviously our guy last night got it lit up, got saved by the bell, and then came back in the third and still wasn't clear. He was not clear.
He got lit.
He was not clear in that second round.
Punched in that end of the first round before the first round ended. And then the second round, bomb, just caught him. Listen, you can knock me out. Don't kick me, bro. You can't kick me. Barefoot, I can't go down. Nah. Even if I get out, I'm coming back just to haunt you for that. Can't take me out with a kick. Barefoot? Hell no.
Rarely have I seen street fights where people throw kicks, but
oh no, if he's throwing kicks, I'm not messing with him. This guy got hands and he's got legs, so that's different. He knows how to use both of them.
I started backing up. F you.
But if he took off his feet, like if he took off his sneakers and then he was fighting me and then he kicked me in the face, oh man.
We've all been in that situation. And Channing Crowder, who is a college All-American, played for the Dolphins for years. Really big guy, really tough guy, by the way. So one time at the University of Florida in college, he hit some guy square. and he was a football player also. He started laughing and wiped the blood off his mouth and was like, all right, now we go. Crowder straight up, not blaming him. I'm done. I'm out. Nope. I gave you my best shot and you thought that was funny? I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got you mentally already.
I got somebody really good one time and it did not affect him. And I was like,
well,
I'm in.
That's when when you give your best shot and the best shot don't affect the person, you're messed up.
Most of that fight was me backing away and
a long night.
Finding a place to where I could get further enough away to say a cuss word and get as far away from as possible. I maybe took a couple of glancing blows because at that point I was totally in defense mode. But yeah.
It's going to be a long night.
It's going to be a long night when you hit one of them countrified people and they like, No. Okay, let's talk about some important things. Sam Reinhart was not at the parade today. He said he was at a friend's wedding, but he is a free agent and says, though, he does want to return to the Panthers. So we'll see. Speaking of free agents, Caleb Martin, Kevin Love, Thomas Bryant, they have opted out of their Heat contracts, and they are free agents as soon as 6 p.m. today. Speaking of free agents, LeBron James technically did opt out of his contract, but his agent, Rich Paul, says that he could possibly take a team discount to kind of help the team.
Well, that makes sense.
I mean, he's made a lot of money.
Bron's already a Billy. He's already up to a billionaire. So he doesn't really need any more money. Obviously, he's going to get paid very well because of the legacy. This 20 years now. It's going to be 22 years now.
Yeah.
So, and he wants to win another one, and winning another one with his son and winning a second one in Los Angeles would confirm his legacy even more. And he would start to write his own Laker legacy, which is always important when you're a superstar, especially in the NBA, if you play for the Lakers. So if he can bring in, I think of the names I heard, I don't like James Harden and
Klay Thompson.
Well, Klay Thompson doesn't look like Golden State's going to bring him in, and Klay Thompson is going to help a team that's contending for a championship. And there's a little what's the word? History, because his father won 2 championships and is the Lakers color commentator on the radio, Michael Thompson. So he's always been part of the Laker family. He's a Kobe fan the whole nine. So I could see Klay Thompson going to the Lakers.
I don't mind this. LeBron, we do you a favor. Draft Bronny, get him on the team. You do us a little favor. Cut us a little slack. That's not bad.
It's not even that. I mean,
that's not bad.
We'll see. There's going to be a lot of moves happening to start later on tonight and beginning tomorrow. What's going to happen with Atlanta? What are the Miami Heat going to do? Are they going to be?
You still got Kevin Love out there, Caleb Martin.
Well, I mean,
you got Josh Richardson. Though.
You're gonna bring back some of your guys. Maybe some of your guys are gonna. They said Kevin Love. The reason why he opted out of his contract was maybe to take a lesser deal to help the Heat.
That's what I've understood. Yeah.
So
Kevin Hart's not playing in the NBA,
right? No, even though he thinks he can. Kevin Hart, yeah, he's won 4 MVPs in the All-Star game. Celebrity, he thinks he can play in the league. Anyhow, but Miami Heat fans have to look at what teams are doing and wonder what are the Heat going to do.
We shall see. I know their PG-13 still looms out there. We shall see.
I low-key think he might be quietly the Miami Heat might be trying to figure out a way to get Paul George.
Yeah,
that's my theory.
I got a feeling, but we're not going to get into that right now. The feeling I do have is real quick. Let's end on a positive day spa. Nothing too nasty, nothing too crazy. A homeless man in Amsterdam found and turned in a wallet, had 2,000 euros in it, to the police. And because of his honesty, people started a GoFundMe page that has already raised him 34,000 euros.
Oh, so being honest got him more.
Got him more. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you're in Amsterdam, so what are you going to do with the money?
Go to the shop.
There's a couple things you can do in Amsterdam with that money.
Go to the red light district.
Thank you for your... You don't dance around that one, Vlad. You just straight up. It's shop, red light district. So maybe you say go rent a bicycle, something like that.
I'm not renting no bicycle. I'm going to the red light district and I'm going to the head shops.
Go ride.
Yeah.
Everything. I need to go to Amsterdam one day.
I may never leave.
Might never come back. All right, we still got a little bit more of the show to go. It's been one of those disjointed shows simply because we had the whole Panther celebration and everyone in South Florida celebrating, although they were a little bit wet. We're going to continue on with the party and the good times right here on 560 WQAM. Championship parade finished out Fort Lauderdale Beach earlier today. I don't know if there was like highlights, really. I think it was one of those things. It was a lot of rain, and fans still represented and showed out. So much love to the Florida Panther fans. Parade kind of got started a little late. You had a lot of police that were like leading the parade and then the bagpipes. And then basically most of the Panthers were on double-decker buses. Ryan Lomberg did not, I don't even think he brought a shirt to the parade. He was in shorts and a championship belt, a wrestling championship belt. Matthew Tkachuk was oddly well behaved. Maybe he's already gotten all his demons out. Paul Maurice was wearing a shirt that his daughters made for him that had the Panthers logo, but they're
two house cats.
They're two house cats on the front and back. Roberto Luongo continues to be on fire, dropping bombs everywhere. Cursing everywhere. Hollywood, Tobin, and Joe Rose were out at Bo's Beach. Elbow Room had a line around the building at
Starting
8 a.m. because a lot of people are figuring that's where the party is going to continue for some of the players. I'm sure some of the other players have.
So how much money you think you had to hit the ATM before going to Elbow Room, which is only cash only?
No, which I love. Thank you very much. Much respect.
So, yeah, and if you're going at 8 a.m. to a spot that you might not even be inside until what time?
So on a night like tonight or a day like today, how much, if you just bring cash and not card, how much cash do you bring? I would bring...
And you're starting at 8 a.m. and you're probably near the entrance of the Elbow Room. And mind you, people might have to leave if the Panthers decide to go to the Elbow Room and decide to celebrate there again, because
they got to make room for the guys.
You got to make room for the guys and
girls
protect
that
them.
Also work with the organization
and their families and the members, the employees of the organization.
Really good question, Vlad. If you're a Panther and you've got like your wife and like two kids, maybe like 14 and 10,
they went home.
Do you bring them to the Elbow Room?
No, they went home.
Oh, I bring them to the Elbow Room.
No, they went home. I'm not bringing. You can't bring the kids to an alcohol. No, come on, bro.
You can bring your kids to bars.
Do you know what happens?
Your parents never brought you to a bar.
No, there's blow being done in the bars, man.
Oh.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. Stop. Relax, bro.
I mean,
ain't nobody going to the Elbow Room with their kids right now with drinking going on. What's the kid gonna drink? What's there that the kid's gonna drink?
A soda.
Please, man.
Lemonade.
Stop.
You never went to St. Patrick's Day or anything like that?
No, Mike. No. If they're gonna give me alcohol, they just give it to me right there at home.
Nobody said anything about alcohol. I'm talking about like you never had like when you were a little kid at a St. Patrick's Day parade.
No.
And your parents never brought you to a restaurant.
Why would I be going to? First of all, why would me and my people go to a St. Patrick's Day parade?
Why wouldn't you?
Why? Do I look Irish to you?
It doesn't matter if you're Irish or not. Everyone's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
No, they're not. My name doesn't become Vladimir O'Leary. Okay. No. But kids are not. Kids, no. You're not bringing a kid to a bar, especially the ER, while the Panthers are celebrating.
I don't know if they'd let kids in.
That's real. Come on. Yeah, no, they're not. They wouldn't.
When you were there, did you see any kids?
No.
Did it seem like they were possibly keeping kids out?
They were keeping people who were under 21 and didn't have the money to buy alcohol out.
They were checking IDs?
They always got to check.
I don't want to put the ER on the spot. Panthers are up 6-3 over the Phillies right now, on the bottom of the sixth.
It would be the Marlins, but if the Panthers were playing,
I'm talking about the Panthers a lot. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, the Marlins are beating the Phillies. That would be awesome though.
That'd be 3 out of 4, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be 3 out of 4.
Okay.
And the Phillies are going to tell you it's because Bryce Harper got hurt and Kyle Schwarber.
Okay.
I want to see. I made a joke yesterday. I've been thinking about it. I said Kyle Schwarber is paltry 187 batting average.
Yeah, you did.
I want to see what it actually is this year. So, because I was waiting for someone on the text line to be like, "Oh, dude, you're doing absolutely good." Oh, he's batting 229 this year. I apologized, Kyle Schwarber. 229.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, and that might be career. Okay.
Oh, bases loaded for Philadelphia right now.
A career 229 hitter. Okay, there we go. Last 7 games, he's been batting 214. So, yeah, he's above the Mendoza line. I really can't knock him this year. He's having a great season by his standards.
By his standards.
No, he this year, 2024, he's averaging 250.
Baseball right now is all about.
He's good.
Baseball right now is all about hitting home runs, man.
He's had
all about hitting home runs.
No, that's not right. There's no. Oh, those are hits. He has 17 home runs this year.
Okay.
4 stolen bases.
Okay.
Some wild pitches or something like that, man. There's no way. Or maybe just they're not even looking at him at first. He could just take off. Once again, this isn't the Kyle Schwarber show. This is the Panthers winning that big championship and having the parade today. It was so cool. So awesome. I wish it wasn't raining. I really thought that, I don't know if it really put a damper because I think most people that were going to go no matter what. And most people that weren't going to go just weren't going to go no matter what. But I would have liked to seen just a nice little sunny day where people were buck wild.
I think more people would have showed up if there was a sunny day, bro. I really do. I think the rain might have dampened others.
Oh, Spain just
plans.
scored. So glad
All right.
your bet on Georgia just got a little tighter.
My bet on Georgia. I
I
never
don't know
took
what's
Georgia.
going on. I
What's
don't know.
going on?
Nonetheless, no, but I do think, and you and I both talked about this. We woke up at 6, 7 in the morning and heard thunder and lightning. I think a lot of people might have been like, well, we'll get up in the morning and kind of see what the weather's like. And when they saw the weather outside, they might have been like, okay, this is just too much for me. We'll watch it on TV or listen to it on 560 WQAM. Didn't stop Joe Rose, Danny Rabinowitz,
Brendan Tobin,
Steph, the specialists. They were all out there representing.
Shout out to Steph.
And the party's continuing on all day and night.
Of course.
But if you want to continue the party, you know where to go. Weston,
huh?
Carolina Ale House.
Okay.
Food, drinks, and soccer all night long. And if you're not a big soccer fan, just come on by, Vlad. I'll just hang out and talk with you. Vlad, you want to talk Brooklyn to some people?
If you see me with my arms folded, you might want to stay away.
Yeah. Quick rule before we go to break and close out the show. If you see Vlad standing by me or just anywhere with his arms folded, just go ahead and let it rest for a little bit. Let it rest.
Yeah, it's not that important. Trust me, it's not.
Well,
It's for your safety and for your betterment.
There were times I was like, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to get involved in this situation.
No, bro, I'm just quiet. Leave me alone.
You're just trying to gather your thoughts.
That's exactly what I'm doing. And my bets.
We're gonna gather our thoughts and our bets next and close out the show here on 560 WQAM.
price is not today's price.
Good times here in South Florida always, but especially today for the Panthers celebrating their first Stanley Cup championship with a parade and a nice little celebration on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. We've been covering it all day long. I'm sure many of the bars and stuff around there is just still popping, having a good time. Good thing is the parade was early in the day. So, like, if you were living it up, you can go home, maybe be in bed by now, sleep it off, and you can be ready for Monday morning. That's a good thing. Like that. Now, if you're continuing to party, some people still have it in them and they can party for like 12 hours straight. If you're that type of person, then Monday morning might be a little rougher for you. But if you're one of those people that can party 12 hours straight and you want to keep the party going and you live out in the Weston area, or you're out in the Weston area, or you just choose to go, we're going to be at the Carolina Ale House starting around 6 o'clock for a special viewing party for the Copa America. Mexico is going to be taking on Ecuador. Whoever wins will advance to the knockout round. And then you have got Venezuela. They're going to be facing Jamaica. Venezuela already through. Jamaica, most likely, pretty much not going to be going on to the next round in the Copa America. And then tomorrow, United States, Uruguay at 9 o'clock in the evening. U.S. has to win to advance.
Pressure.
It is a lot of pressure, but you know what? Pressure makes diamonds, and the U.S. has been faced with this in the World Cup where they had to win, and they did, and Christian Pulisic got the big goal and also took the big shot in the crotch, but that was enough to get them past and into the next round, and of course, they lost to the Netherlands in the World Cup a couple of years ago. So the Euros are kind of shaping up interesting. Spain has gotten a goal. They are tied 1-1 with Georgia. And then they show replays every 5 seconds, so you never know you and I aren't paying like a lot of attention because we're working, but you look up and you see a goal and you're like, wait, oh no, it's not a goal. It's just a replay. Nonetheless, I know a lot of people are really soaking wet out there in Fort Lauderdale, and maybe they're getting home right now drying off. I went out there for just a little bit during the show because earlier Vlad and I were kind of trading out, helping out, producing and being a part of the broadcast of the championship ceremony, and it was just absolutely nasty outside. People were losing their minds here in Miami just driving in the rain.
I think there was a better attitude and at the parade. A friend of mine's Big Mike. You met him Thursday at the Duffy's. Him and his lady friend, they had a room at the hotel.
Nice.
They got a room for the weekend at the hotel right by where the celebration was, and they were right next. For 5-10 minutes the bus stopped right in front of them. They were able to take pictures, and that was a good thing. The bus thing was good because the players were able to get out of the bus and interact with the fans.
Yeah, because when you're on a float, it's really hard to get in and out and on and off the floats. It is kind of complicated because it's a float. A double-decker bus, because these were double-decker buses, it would make no sense for them to be like in a Hotard bus because then they'd just be inside a bus. They were on top and they were stopping the buses and jumping out. Matthew Tkachuk at one point decided he had so much fun on, what was it, Tuesday morning?
No, Tuesday morning.
Jumping into the ocean with the cup that he decided sin the cup. He went by himself and just jumped in the ocean. I saw people just running to the ocean. I was like, oh, Matthew Tkachuk's at it again. So it seems like Matthew Tkachuk's having a lot of fun. The star of the day was Ryan Lomberg. He's
been a star the whole week, man. Ever since they won the title, he's been without a shirt.
He seemed like he was having more fun than anybody today at the parade. He was just, and I mean, he was not sloppy. I'll give him credit. He did not seem like he was sloppy. He just seemed like he was having a really good
When
time.
does the celebration end? Or that no. Not to end. When does it take a break? You think after today there's a break?
Today is the culmination.
I think you're wrong.
It's
4th of July.
Man.
It's 4th of July.
Man.
So the Americans on the team are gonna have a good time with the Stanley Cup.
Vlad, you and I live the life, and if you told me I'd have to go basically 2 weeks of nonstop partying, I might shut down, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's got to be a time when the body's telling you, like, nah, all right, relax.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I think,
but they are some of the best athletes in the world.
That is true, and they're in good condition for both work, game play, and party play because they're hockey players.
Spacewalk said after you have your day with Cup. No, I don't think so because it may take a long time.
2 months. It could be 3
you
months,
could have it in the next week, maybe 3-4 weeks. It could be a month, like Dan said, or 2 months. You don't know when you're gonna have it.
Today is the day where you're like, all right, fun is fun. We had a great time.
I don't think so, bro.
I want to take a break. Let's restart the game on 4th of July.
I think so. You're saying after tonight, maybe they take a break Monday and Tuesday, and then start it back up Wednesday and Thursday,
maybe Wednesday night and all day
for
Thursday.
the 4th.
Yeah.
Even if they're not from America, they'll celebrate Americans' holiday.
Take it for somebody that knows how to party. You got that. You need that break, Vlad. That's
listen.
2 weeks is a lot.
They're young though. They're younger.
It doesn't matter, young or not young.
No, when you're young and you're in shape like that, you can go on forever, bro. Listen, I was young and I was even in that great shape, but I went on forever, so it's different.
Well, we know you're in good shape.
That's what I've been told. Yeah. Look at Bob. Look at Bob. Bob looks shredded all of a sudden.
Bob is in very good shape. We know that he keeps his body is a temple. Like he really is. Like you've seen the videos where he's doing leg kicks and kicking the ceiling because he stretches every day for hours and hours and just keeps himself in phenomenal shape. But the body can only take so much.
That's what I say.
I mean, look, more power to you. If you can party all the way from Monday night all the way to the 4th of July, which is basically 2 weeks, kudos to you.
When did they win? June 24th, right? That was the last game?
Yeah, it was Monday night.
And they've been partying now. We're in June 30th. So it's been 6 days. So tomorrow we'll make, because I mean, they've
Tomorrow
started.
night will make 1 week.
Yeah, tomorrow night we'll make 1 week. Yeah, they're partying for another week, bro. It's going to be 2 weeks.
There's going to be a break in there.
It's in the middle of July. They'll take a break.
No, I think there's going to be a Monday and Tuesday.
Tomorrow's July, bro. Tomorrow's the first day of July.
I know, but I'm saying Monday and Tuesday, there's going to be a little bit of a break.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, more power to you. Go. Let's go.
They still they're still in town. They're gonna make the rounds. There's still places that the cup hasn't reached. Has it reached Boca?
Yeah, but some of these guys from other countries too, they may want to go home and
they can go home. They don't have to necessarily go home with the trophy. They have to wait. I think this is all scheduled when who has the trophy.
Right. I don't know the exact scheduling, but yeah, everybody does get.
But you have to figure Barkov is going to have the trophy to bring it back to Finland.
He has already talked about being the first captain of a team from Finland to win a Stanley Cup, and he cannot wait to bring the cup back to Finland.
And I believe Sam Bennett was the one that wants to eat Captain Crunch.
Sam Bennett says he has had a childhood dream with his father and now his son to eat Captain Crunch out of the Stanley Cup.
I know, people might talk about it, but like you said, Sam Reinhart wasn't at the parade because he had other plans. One of his dear friends was scheduled to be married this weekend, and he's probably, I don't know if he's part of the wedding party or but it's his boy. But the fact of the matter is, it just you celebrated with your guys all week. It took forever.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You can't miss your boy's wedding.
I think there is a lot of things at play with Sam Reinhart right there. He probably does have a wedding to go to, but at the same time, there are some. He's a free agent. There's contract talks, and the other thing is, Bill Zito has said this team might look something different, but trust in me. Look what I've done. I will make sure that this team is extremely competitive next year. He made that comment last night at the NHL draft, which is in Las Vegas, which is another party. I don't think Bill Zito.
He might have just landed.
I don't think Bill Zito was partying. I think he was working.
He probably just took an overnight and landed and right, and just went straight to the buses.
Did you see him at the parade?
Yeah, he was at the. He talked.
Okay, he talked. There was times I was in and out, Vlad, so I didn't always get to see.
Yeah, he talked.
He talked everything.
But hey, man, great celebration. Shout out to you. Tremendous job, and we still continue work because we'll be going to the Carolina Ale House in Weston.
Oh goodness! Oh no, these replays kill me, man.
Yeah, we're at intermission. We'll be at Carolina Ale House tonight.
The party continues for us, Vlad. That's our parade. Like Joe Rose and Danny and Tobin, they were at the parade. We got our own parade. We got Carolina Ale House in Weston.
So come check us out. Come check out as we get you ready for the two Copa de America games tonight, which is Venezuela versus Jamaica and Ecuador versus Mexico.
And once again, one game, not a lot on the line, but the other game, that's you win and go through.
So come out, come check Dan and myself, come win some prizes and a chance to win some Inter Miami tickets for a game later on this season.
Messy goodies, man. So, and then of course we should be back next weekend. I don't know if anything's going to be hindering us, but we should be here. So, Vlad, I'll see you in a couple of minutes, honestly.
Couple hours, cousin.
This has been Sports Day on 560 WQAM.
Later, fools.
Well, I got to tell you, people